Welcome to part 2. Now, a lot of people have read the Kenyan situation all wrong. Okay, many people are not able to understand the underlying factors that is causing so much tension in the country. Yeah, for many people, these are just two sides which are unreasonable. They cannot sit down and discuss. They're just being unreasonable. They are behaving irrationally. Yeah, with little or no motive, and that's why there's a problem. Yeah, and if you read the news reports, many of the people who have come to intervene, including the churches, have not been able to understand the underlying problem. Now, in my view, it is very difficult to solve a crisis of this magnitude, and it's very difficult to bring two warring players to the table for negotiations if you do not understand, yeah, the dirty cards both sides are playing under the table. Yes, if you do not understand the underlying currents, yeah, that are motivating each side to behave the way it is behaving. Okay, now those who are regulars in this channel are a bit better informed, and I've been sharing a lot of what is going on. Yeah, now for instance, there's a general feeling amongst some of the people in the international community and amongst many Kenyans that the problem in Kenya is that the opposition are being unreasonable. They do not want the elections to be held. Okay, actually, one secret you need to know, yeah, is that actually the side that does not want the election is the Jubilee side, the government side. Now, obviously, this is politics, and in politics, you're not going to incriminate yourself. In politics, you're not going to make it clear, yeah, that you're the problem. Yes. The idea in politics is that you'll always try and position yourself in such a way, and in such a manner that it always looks like it's the other side that is wrong. Okay, and Jubilee have played this very beautifully. Indeed, one of the strong points of the Jubilee government has been the way it has managed its public relations and image right from 2013. Okay, now there are those who believe that they have gone a bit overboard with their propaganda. Yeah. I'm one of those people. In fact, I believe they've gone way overboard with their propaganda. Yes, so that what has happened, because you know you can play by the rules. Yes, you can have your own image consultants, you can have your PR people, and they can play by the rules. Yeah, because really PR is not supposed to project the opposite image of what you really are. No, PR is supposed to project the good side of you. Yeah, so that the negative side is not highlighted. Yes, but what we have had with the Jubilee PR machine and propaganda machine has been to portray the very opposite of what the reality is. Okay, so it would be very naive for anybody to expect a government machinery or an administration that has been so skillful in the way it has played its public relations and image would be able to fall into the trap, yeah, of not wanting an election and making it obvious to everybody. Now, of course, the reason why Jubilee does not want an election is because they are well aware of the fact that they do not have the numbers to win a free and fair election in Kenya at the moment. Okay, it's as simple as that. And indeed, if you look a bit below the surface, this becomes clearer. Yeah, for instance, immediately after the ruling of the Supreme Court that nullified the election of President Uhuru Kenyatta, what did the Jubilee side do? They went straight to Parliament, yeah, and they started constructing laws which are really designed to change the constitution through Parliament. Okay, of course, this is not tenable, this is not possible, yeah, but it has muddied the waters considerably, yeah, and it has managed to take away attention from the real issue coming out of that Supreme Court ruling. Yeah, and the real issue is that there was massive fraud against the Kenyan people. Yeah, somebody rigged the election in favor of the government of the day. Yes, that's where the attention should have been focused. Yeah, but they managed to divert this attention very beautifully. That now all the attention of Kenyans are on the laws that are being made in Parliament. Yeah, by the Jubilee government. Okay, and they have, the whole rhetoric and the whole narrative that they have brought on the table has just muddied the waters and caused a lot of confusion. That is why I understand people when they cannot be able to grasp the fact that it is Jubilee who do not want an election. NASA, on the other hand, already know that they, that they have the numbers, and they would not be scared of an election. Yeah, I mean, let's just be very honest, brutally honest and cold in analyzing this. They would not be scared of an election, but they're scared of something else. They're scared of another rigged election, another election where there'll just be massive fraud, and the person who was lost is declared the winner. Yeah, which is what happened on August 8th, and they do not want, naturally, even if it was you, they do not want a repeat of that. Okay, that is really, understanding NASA is very easy. That's really where they're coming from. Okay, so where do the ICC cases come in all this? I will tell you. One of the tactics that Jubilee have been able to use very, very effectively, as I've already mentioned in passing, is to muddy the waters, cause a lot of tension to rise in the country. The whole idea being so that it is impossible to have an election, in terms that do not favor them. Okay? Now, ordinarily, if Jubilee had the numbers and if indeed they won the elections, they would be the first, to follow the directions of the Supreme Court to the letter. They would not try to introduce new laws at the 11th hour, which are just taking the country back, which would cause even confusion during the election, the repeat of the presidential elections. They would not act in the manner they're acting. Okay, now as a result of the ICC cases suddenly dropping on our doorstep, it has forced Jubilee to rethink their strategy. And indeed, we have seen that the party has really toned down, on their very, their hardline position, and their very, very aggressive rhetoric has been toned down considerably over the last 48 hours or so. And personally, in my view, what I think is that going forward, they will have to change their tact. Yes, they'll have to change their approach to this. Okay, because the threat of the ICC cases is very real. It is real because really the issue here is that the ICC cases, as far as Kenya was concerned, the ICC see this as unfinished business. Because evidence was brought forward, everything seemed to be okay, but something went wrong. Witnesses changed their statements, witnesses died, others disappeared, etc., etc. It was quite a messy business. And when there's a mess, really the business is unfinished. Okay, so one of the obvious things that will have to happen is that the Jubilee Party will have to tread very carefully. Of course, the kind of arrogance we have seen coming from the government, and the kind of hardline advisors who have the president's ears, it is not impossible, that they will actually take the opposite stand, that actually they will abandon any caution, and that they'll become increasingly hardline. That is possible. Okay, it is possible, but it is unlikely, because it would be totally suicidal. In other words, what I'm saying, the fact that the ICC cases have come back is a blessing to Kenya. And it is a blessing to Kenya in that it will force the major players to tone down, and it might just give us enough room to work with to enable both parties to agree, on how the polls are going to be conducted, and for Kenyans actually to go to the polls on the 26th as scheduled. The ICC cases coming back are such a serious game changer, that they could actually change the situation in Kenya for the better. Now, there's some highly sensitive information related to this subject that I cannot share here on the open channel. It's available to my Club 1999 members. It's not very difficult to be a member. Just check in the description area of this video on YouTube. You'll find all the details you need. You can join and then get access to that information, which ties up everything here. Okay? Anyway, for the rest of us, going forward, I believe this ICC thing will draw more and more interest amongst Kenyans. Okay? There'll be more people discussing it. Okay? And in the next few weeks and months, we should be able to receive quite a lot of very interesting, very shocking information to do with the cover-up claimed by the Der Spiegel German weekly, that was able to assist certain people Kenyans, yeah, who had been indicted at the ICC court at The Hague, to be able to escape, yeah, to be able to escape prosecution. Okay. In my view, justice for the post-election violence victims is still very far. But as the Chinese say, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. This could just be the single step, the single trigger that would get us back on track to get justice for the post-election violence victims. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.